for me, I had to really, most of my life I was like in survival mode, right? Survival mode. And I had to really switch that around to, you know what? I had to put this recently happened literally like 2 years ago. I had to take the warrior suit off, because for me it was always war, right? And I had to take that warrior suit off and say, all right, you know what? I have to start being grateful. I'm no longer in a war. I'm no longer in battle. I have to start being grateful.
I've gotten to the point where it's automatic for me. I don't even go through the evaluation process of why do I feel this way? I'm just like, fuck it. Here's the list of shit I got to do. So I'm doing it. And that's what I do.
That puts you to center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell myself, I'm like, if you don't do that list, you're going to be, that shit you're scared of, that's going to fucking happen. So I move, What about you?
I can tell you this. I believe that a lot of folks in this, in today's society, fear is what's obviously holding them back.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 people aren't successful and they're not living their ideal lives because they cave in.
Yeah.
They cave in. Some of us have made fear our friend.
Yeah.
We all feel the same emotions. We're all fearful, at some point. Shit, I believe that at 10, 11 years old, when I was hopping through that fence for the second time coming into this country, I'm sure I was pretty scared out of my fucking mind.
Yeah.
But, it needed to be done.
Right.
Right. So that's how you just push through it. Those that actually push through that fear, they come out on the other side unlike anybody else in society.
I think a lot of people also kind of put fear and uncomfortableness in a linear relationship when they're really not. Like, uncomfortableness is usually the things that make you grow, but you're afraid to get uncomfortable. It's like cold fucking water. You know what I mean? Nobody likes getting in cold fucking water. They'll say, oh, I love cold water. No, you don't. You get used to it.
I do.
No, you get used to doing it.
I actually like
cold
it.
showers.
Yeah, I do
cold
like
showers,
it.
Yeah.
Wim Hof.
It's what helps me sleep.
Yeah, but you didn't always like it.
No, I fucking hate it.
It's like being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And then so I realized, okay, to separate the differences in the two is all right, what scares me and not to get it confused with what I'm uncomfortable doing. Because through that uncomfortable pathway is where I've had most of my personal success, relationship success, personal success, development. It's like, okay, if we know that fear crushes all these dreams, okay, we have to separate what fear and uncomfortableness and have the awkward conversation, because usually in those conversations you get the most growth.
I totally agree. And I agree with how all of you guys said it, and that's, I appreciate that there's different perspectives on it. But at the end of the day, I think people get lost in the idea of even addressing their fear. They're afraid to even look at it. So they stick their head in the sand, and then what happens is, more things get surrounded, and then they become overwhelmed because they haven't addressed any of it.
I can tell you this, Andy, you may be like this too, right? You said you're an animal, you're a beast. And when you see competition, right? Maybe other supplement companies out there, you're like, I want to do whatever they're doing. And I want to do it better. Right. So, but that also brings an emotion of I don't know, it's not envy. It's not an envy. It's like a unhealthy competitiveness. Right. And for me, I had to really, most of my life I was in survival mode, right? Survival mode. And I had to really switch that around to, you know what? I had to put this recently happened literally 2 years ago. I had to take the warrior suit off, because for me it was always war, right? And I had to take that warrior suit off and say, all right, you know what? I have to start being grateful. I'm no longer in a war. I'm no longer in battle. I have to start being grateful. And I have to be, if I come home, I got to put my husband hat on, right? Yeah. My husband hat on, my daddy hat on, right? Or else, because if I'm in that trance the whole day, if my wife's coming up to me, I'm like, hold on, I'm taking, right? You know how it is, right? Yeah. It changes. So when I started being grateful, I just started really different things started to come to my mind. You know what? I'm not even supposed to fucking be here.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not even supposed to have everything that I have. And even I'm not even supposed to be in this country. Right. I was illegal for the longest time. Imagine throughout your life, you're like, shit, I hope they don't catch us because we're going back. Right.
Yeah.
So, for me, I just had to make that switch. All right, I'm no longer in a war zone. Now I just want to, I got to be grateful. And then once you start living in gratitude and appreciation, life just becomes so much better, man.
It becomes even more effective. You're even more effective than you were when you thought you were being the most effective. And guess what? You get to have fun instead of being pissed off all the time.
I look at, when you start looking at being intentional and really having good interactions, you stop taking away the worth of somebody because of a watch or because of a car and because of a thing. What you realize, like as humans, like we all have the same motherfucking problems. We're all scared at some level. We all deal with money issues, no matter how much money you have. We deal with relationships problems. I mean, it's part of the nature, whether you have a great relationship or not, like you still have fucking issues. And when you can sit down across the table from somebody and actually have a real conversation and give a fuck about them, the magnitude of their ability to give a fuck about you is 10x, because it's so rare. Back to your point about gratitude. It's like, it's so rare for somebody to ask, hey man, how's your day? Hey, how's your relationship? How are you doing? It's so rare. And people, we like to talk about ourselves, like the real Sal AF, right? Like I like to hear myself talk, but if you look at it in a relationship standpoint, like we're not often asked, hey, how you doing? How are you? Like, and instead of it just being a question at the beginning of a conversation, like, how the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Everybody's fucked up in some way.
Oh, dude. That's the 3 a.m. conversation I really like.
Everybody's fucked up. I can tell you this, 4 weeks ago, I came off Klonopin and Paxil, How did I get there? I didn't take care of myself. I worked my fucking ass off, eyes open, eyes closed.
Yeah.
So then, 2017, I came down. Well, I thought something was wrong with me, right? I felt dizzy and shit and heart palpitations, all kinds of stuff. And I'm working out. I'm like, man, I don't feel good. And I've always been an ox, I'm a Mexican street dog, like I've never been sick, So I don't know what's going on. I go to the doctor and I have brain MRIs, I have blood scans, I have
depression,
heart. I have heart stress tests, right? Yep. You take a pill, they put you upside down.
Yep.
And after like months and months and months of research, my general doctor just says, hey man, you have GAD. I'm like, what's GAD? General anxiety disorder. I said, what? What is that? What's anxiety? The way we grew up, we don't.
Right.
What is anxiety?
That's
right?
for pussies.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. What's anxiety? Anxiety. Like, yeah, man, you got the weight of the world on your shoulders, man. You got anxiety, so I'm gonna, you got to go see my friend, the psychiatrist, and he's gonna put you on some pills, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody's fucked up in some way.
That's why I knew it was something like that, because I had the same exact fucking thing where I thought they thought I had a fucking brain tumor.
Oh shit!
It turned out I have what's called a pineal cyst, which actually turns out to make me like, according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, a super manifester.
That's crazy.
So,
you proved it.
Well,
I got the picture.
Yeah. Look at
That's what people. Go ahead.
I climb Everest.
But I had to go through the same shit.
188.
People don't understand that, right? A lot of the folks that are listening right now, they think that it's all nice and peachy, right? They think that it's nice and peachy, but they have to understand that you're gonna have to put yourself through hell. Like, you have to be willing to die for this shit.
That's a fucking fact, bro.
Right? When people say, "Oh man, you're fucking killing it," but people don't understand that we killed ourselves.
I got to pipe in on this one, because just like I said, the common denominator of it must be what you can be. The other common denominator that I've learned, kind of as a Napoleon Hill of podcasting, is that everybody in running Lee Steinberg, right, the greatest notable sports agent in the world, we had everyone. No matter who you are, the same percentage of your life, my life, and his life sucks. And it's the people that learn how to find and deal with the suck. They're the ones that become successful. But in no way, even when you become successful, it's the same percentage of my life sucks as when I was 5 years old and my dad left and I was broke and
Bro, there's always going to be shit to fix.
Exactly. You just got to figure out that percentage.
How do you say
that's
that?
what makes it.
You're going to be what you can be?
You must be what you can.
Must be what you can be.